Soft dusk on the valley, one drum in the dark. My shadow walks beside me, like a hand upon my heart. I used to fear the places where my pain would hide, turning from the darkness I carried deep inside. But the shadow never harmed me, it only stayed close, holding all the stories I was afraid to know. Then the rhythm moved beneath it, slow, warm, alive. And I saw the hidden doorway, but my sorrow met the light. Look low, breathe deep, let the hidden places be. The shadow taught me life, not by disappearing, but by standing with me till I stop fearing. The shadow taught me life, beneath the night. Every part I tried to lose was asking to be held right. No more running from the dark, no more splitting me in two. The drums kept singing softly, all of this is you. The sky grew wide above me, the ground began to glow, and what I once rejected became the way back home. The shadow taught me life, not by disappearing, but by standing with me till I stop fearing. The shadow taught me life, beneath the night. Every part I tried to lose was asking to be held right. Soft dawn on the valley, one drum fading slow. I walked home with my shadow and finally felt whole. borrowed voices, no more heavy skin. I became the quiet I was looking for within. Beneath the ancient sky, I remember who I am. Not the fear, not the wound, not the shape of any man. Beneath the ancient sky, I lay my shadows down, and the light I thought I lost, rising from the ground. Fire fades to morning, gold across the sand. I walk back from the darkness with my soul in my own hands. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. One breath cuts through. The crowd moves, I stay still. Something opens against my will. Came here wearing my quiet face, the kind that hides what time can erase. People laughing, hands in the air, but I was somewhere under the prayer. Then the drum hit deep in my chest and woke the part I never confessed. Can you feel it underneath? Can you hear it? Learning to speak. No one saw me change. Platform empty, cold, still smelling like the club. Sweating perfume and the ghost of who I was. The last train home carries the honest ones, the ones who dance so hard they forgot what they become. On the last the rhythm in their chest. They carried the drum, but it never went to rest. It lived in the clapping, in the stomping of the feet, in the gospel and the blues and the pulse beneath the street. Now it's here in this room, in this groove, in this boom, and the DJ doesn't know he's conducting the dead, playing melodies their bodies knew before their heads. There are ancestors on the dance floor, smiling through my sweat. Every groove I've ever loved is a prayer they haven't finished yet. Ancestors on the dance floor, in the kick and in the snare, in the way my shoulders roll, in the way I need the air. Ancestors on the dance floor, and the dance is never done. I don't pour libations, I don't light the sage. My offering is movement, my altar is the stage. And every time the bass drops like a heartbeat from the ground, a grandmother I never met is making sure I'm found. The DJ fades, the lights come on, but the present stays long after the song. I walk outside and feel the breeze, like fingers from a century, still dancing in the trees. I felt a hand that wasn't there, but it's always there on every dance floor, everywhere. Ancestors, still dancing. I'm not the final version, don't have it figured out. Still learning how to listen, still learning what I'm about. My edges aren't polished, my corner's still rough, but the groove doesn't ask me to be more than enough. I'm an unfinished man on a finished dance floor, still under construction, but I'm not closing the door. Unfinished man, oh, dust on his hands, building something honest without the blueprints or the plans. Unfinished man, and I'm dancing anyway. You don't need to be complete to have something to say. My friends got polished, got their answers straight, married at the right time, kids at the right age, and I'm still out here mixing cement and doubt, but the foundation's real, and that's what this groove's about. I used to hide behind the word almost ready, almost there, almost not a ghost. But the dance floor taught me that the in-between is the realest place a man has ever been. Not the before, not the after, not the start or the end, but the middle of the build where the broken starts to mend. And the music doesn't wait for you to be complete, it meets you where you are and gives you both the most beautiful buildings were under construction too. So don't wait to dance until the paint is dry. The rhythm wants your mess, not your alibi. I'm not the final version, and that's my finest hour. Unfinished man, still dancing, still building, still lost. Church doors open wide, not the one with steeples, but the one you feel inside. No pews, no hymn books, just a booth and colored lights, and a preacher with his hands on the records every night. This is the 3 a.m. sermon for the ones who couldn't sleep, the ones who came with heavy and are learning to be free. 3 a.m. sermon, oh, no collection plate in sight, just the offering of your body, and the sweat becomes the tithe. 3 a.m. sermon, the gospel is the groove, and every sinner on this dance floor has got nothing left to prove. Oh, the woman by the speaker has her eyes up to the sky, not praying to a heaven, but the ceiling where the lights draw patterns like the stained glass of a Sunday she once knew, before the world got complicated, and the simple wasn't true. Oh, yeah. The DJ drops a verse without a single word, just a breakdown and a build-up, and the deepest thing you heard. He reads the room like scripture, knows the chapter and the song, knows exactly when to strip it, knows exactly how to hold on. And the congregation sways like a forest in the wind, every tree a different story, every root the same beginning of a man who needed more than daylight could provide. So he came to the 3 a.m. sermon, and he left his shame outside. This is the 3 a.m. sermon for the beautifully tight, the ones who dance their demons into something inspired. 3 a.m. sermon, where the bass absolves your sin, where the kick drum is the heartbeat of the God who lives within. 3 a.m. sermon, and the doors are always open for the lost, the loud, the quiet, and the gloriously broken. No judgment in this temple, no dress code at the gate, no early morning, no late evening. The groove is never late, and when the sermon ends around the break of 5, every person walking out looks more dead and more alive than anything the daylight could ever hope to build. The 3 a.m. sermon is where the empty gets filled. 3 Oh, no, 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 no. Hey. I cried last Tuesday in my car, engine off. Not the pretty kind, the kind that rips you soft. Salt water down my face, like the tide coming in. And for the first time in years, I let the ocean win. Salt water in my eyes, salt water in the sea. Maybe every tear I've cried was the ocean calling me. Salt water. I'm not small when I break, I'm connected to the deepest thing this planet ever made. Salt water, cry the river, cry the rain. Every drop that leaves my body finds the sea again. My boy asked Daddy why the ocean tastes like tears. I said because the water has been holding out for years. Every man who cried at night when nobody could see, his salt became the current, his grief became the sea. The sea, the sea, the sea. Oh, they said a man who cries is a man who's lost his way. But the driest man I've known had the least amount to say. They kept it locked so tight, their chest became a dam. And the pressure built for decades till they couldn't even stand. I'd rather be the flood than the wall that holds it in. I'd rather taste the salt than forget what's held within. The ocean doesn't apologize for crashing on the shore. Why should I apologize for what my tears are for? Salt water on my shirt, salt water on this floor. Every man who danced tonight has an ocean he's ignored. Salt water, let it run, let it pour. The dance floor is the shoreline, and the bass is what it's for. Salt water, not a weakness, not a stain. The bravest thing a man can do is let the ocean out his veins. The DJ played a chord that sounded like releasing 40 strangers cried at once, and nobody said please stop or don't or man up or pull yourself together. They just danced inside the song, like they've been lost and now they're tethered to something bigger than the body and the bone. Salt water runs through all of us, nobody cries alone. Oh, the beat keeps rolling like a tide that never quits, and my eyes are dry now, but my soul still drips with something cleaner, something rinsed and new. The man who cried on Tuesday finally danced it through. I cried last Tuesday, and the ocean heard my name. Salt water, hey, we were always the same. came apart at the seams last year. Not one big rip, just a slow career of threads unwinding when nobody looked. A suit of a man coming slowly unhooked. My smile unraveled first, then the voice I used for work, then the laugh I manufactured, then the strength inside my shirt. Piece by piece the fabric fell till I was standing in the bed. Nothing left but the needle and the willingness to care. Enough to start again. Not fast, not all at once, but one thread, one moment, one honest response. Stitch by stitch, I'm sewing myself back. Not the man I was before, but a man who knows the crack. Stitch by stitch, the needle finds the groove, and every time the bass drops, I repair another wound. Stitch by stitch, no race, no prize, just a patient act of mending what the world tried to disguise. Yeah. First I stitched my mornings, made them slower, made them mine. Coffee with no phone, sunrise on the line. Then I stitched my boundaries, so the border made them know the most expensive fabric I had ever come to know. Stitch by stitch, I'm threading to the dark. Every loop a small decision, every night a brand new start. Stitch by stitch, the dance floor is my loom, and the pattern that I'm weaving has got nothing but the room. For the mess and for the beauty, for the frayed and for the strong. Stitch by stitch, I'm becoming my own song. My own song. My own song. Don't tell me to heal faster. Don't tell me time will fly. The most honest kind of mending doesn't rush the needle's eye. I watched my grandmother repair a dress for 40 years. Same dress, same dress, same patience with the tears. She said the garment isn't finished when the holes are gone. It's finished when the man inside is ready to move on. I came apart at the seams last year, but the man I'm stitching now has never been